Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. TICWRIS, you've heard that name. TICWRIS has been here before with some pretty impressive watches like the Max and then the new smaller Max S. Well, they're back with an RS, and this is in a whole different category of its own. It's called Smart Enjoy. Yeah, right. Inside the box is the watch and the band, and information about it comes to us from Banggood. The TICWRIS RS is a 1.3-inch, ultra-thin, 50-day standby time watch with Bluetooth 5. We'll talk about that in a minute. First, let's take a look at the specs. Again, you could get this watch by clicking on the link in the show notes. It'll take you over there, and if I have a coupon for you, I'll have that included right next to the link. TICWRIS RS. Bluetooth 5, full touch screen. It's using the YFit app. We're going to take a look at that today too. All kinds of languages supported in it. IP68 waterproof, so should definitely be splash resistant. Heart rate monitors, including 24-hour heart rate monitoring on it. Look at this, up to 31 sports mode tracker. You could do a different sport mode every day. That'd get you healthy. You got a step count and messaging and call rejection and all of that. There's no Bluetooth calling or any of that in it. I don't believe it has a speaker in it, just vibration. It does have music control for remote control of your music and a brightness control for indoor-outdoor. The different sensors, the size, the batteries, a 200 milliamp hour with 50 days standby, they say, 14 days of regular use, and probably about a day or so, 24 hours of doing all kinds of workouts if you keep that whole thing activated. 22 millimeter bands on it, so they're definitely interchangeable. Now about that Bluetooth 5, this is an interesting thing I didn't realize I'm going to share with you. Something to look for on a watch. Any watch, this one of course has Bluetooth 5. As opposed to the earlier 4.2, it's a definite reduction in power consumption, a much faster transmission speed, and a lot of folks are concerned about whether it's going to hook up and stay hooked up. Look at that, 400% increase in the transmission. So Bluetooth 5 is definitely something worth looking for in a smartwatch. We've got the module, there we go, and we've got the bands, and good, nice silicone bands. Yep, got a little bit of a pattern on the outside, comes with these bands. The watch itself, we'll put those on. We've got a little cover on it, revealing a nicely designed bezel, definitely flat, no raised bezel. We have one button, the charging port, and the heart rate sensor inside the box. Deeper, we've got a second band. Okay, it comes in two different colors. Black is standard, and this time they sent me a green one. So we have, I'll put this one on, something different. A green band or black. The two-prong charging element. And one thing they have not standardized on are these 2-pin ones. If you notice, it's fairly wide. Some of them are narrow. So you really do, if you have multiple watches, you want to make sure you keep your band or your charger and your watch together. Don't let them get mixed up. Got a couple of screen protectors here if you want to put those on. And then we've got a manual, and it looks like a TICWRIS warranty card. Please keep this card as warranty proof for 12 months. And damaging stuff, reserving the rights, and there's where you fill out your information. TICWRIS warranty card. There's some email addresses that you could contact them if you need to. TICWRIS. How about the manual itself? Let's page through that one like we usually do. Our overall specs and basic information on safe usage. Again, for those of you new here, we do this every time because you just can't find these manuals anywhere. There's a QR code, by the way. You can scan that right off of YouTube if you want, or click in the show notes below the video. We'll have a link that you can use to download it right to your phone. That's what you're going to be using to tether to this watch. And a bunch of different pages. This is one of those that's more picture-oriented than words. Wow, Halloween party, okay. The different application settings. This looks like a bunch of different watch faces that you can selectively install to the watch too through the app. Yep, there you go. There's a custom watch face that they've made for it. So I saw it said you had access to about 20 or more watch faces. And of course, if you can get to a server on the web through the app, you probably have access to a whole bunch more. You can take your own pictures and use them as background, so forth. And it's got onboard apps, which we will take a look at. Looks like you can have the display in a Apple style if you want, or in a scrollable style if you want. This is the overall user's manual. There's some text part. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am too. I'm going to put it all together and we'll come back and take a look at it. Well, here we go. Very thin, really nice, attractive watch. You've got the little knob. It twirls, but it doesn't do anything in twirling. When you swipe down, you have a do not disturb. You can change your brightness. And by the way, it's on the lowest brightness right now. Look how bright you can get that puppy. Easily viewable outdoors. We've got a flashlight mode that makes it a nice bright white screen that you can swipe out of. And of course, your messages can be viewed from here as well. Convenient, very nice. Battery level, date, time. Of course, right here as well. Here, we've got our step count. I just walked around a little bit, so I'm just beginning. It's going to create a little bar chart for the day with your step count on here as well. Twist brings you right back to where you were. That's nice. Here's heart rate analysis. Can you see that? It's creating a active 24-hour chart of the heart rate and the low and the high for the day and the current heart rate. It beeped while I was talking, and now it beeped a second time, and it locked in the current reading. So it does it right when you land on that screen. Here's last night's sleep time, total, light and deep sleep. The weather in the area, you can set, if you wanted in centigrade or Fahrenheit, it's right there as well. And a really interesting music player, which I'm going to demo for you once we bring the app over here. And that's it down this one. And, of course, you got that. So you got those in that direction. Here is your overall app drawer, basically, with all kinds of things, including, look at all the different individual fitness activities. And there's like 31 different fitness things in here. Amazing. Oh, yeah, look at that. We have blood oxygen as well. Here's the blood oxygen chart. And, boom, it just did another one just like that. Hit check, and it'll do it again. We've got information on the watch. There's the sleep time, which we've already seen. Here we have a stopwatch. And when you leave it and come back to it, it resets itself so it doesn't run in the background. We did the information. There's our home. Here's the weather in our area. We saw that panel as well. What else have we got? The music player. Yeah, when it's not linear for me, I have a bit of a trouble keeping track of everything. Here's the timeout. We can set it as a maximum of 15 seconds before the screen would time out on us. Here's a inhale, exhale thing. I'm going to give that a test for a second. It tells you to inhale. It's going to go for 1 minute. It vibrated, and then it's exhaling, and now it's vibrating again. And then it stops. So it's vibrating for the inhale and quiet for the exhale is how this one is working. What else? All the different fitness things. If we do a run, you'll notice it goes into it instantly. You've got the time, steps, calories burned, distance travel, and heart rate with the day of the week time, or your current time, on the screen as well. No GPS, but pretty much a basic fitness activity with all kinds of other activities included. And I think that's pretty much what we've got in here. When we're back to this side, we flip over here. Aha! Now we've got the same thing we had over there in this direction. The shutter is remote picture taking when you're tethered. The stopwatch, find your phone. The screen sleep time, we just changed that for you. Watch faces you can set right here. Reset, power off, the QR code, and the overall about the watch as well. So that's the watch. Now let me bring the app over so I can show you a little bit about that music player right there. The app for this one's a relatively new one, YFit. We haven't used that one. We've got the step count, the last workout that we did, because you do have a workout tab on here, your overall heart rate, sleep, and blood oxygen. Those are the things that are tracked here. So we go into them. There's the bar chart, and this was pretty interesting. You know, I wore it last night so I could get the sleep time, but I didn't expect it to actually count my steps going to the bathroom and back. But it looks like it did. This is 4 in the morning, 4:35, 5:30 a.m., 6 a.m. I got a little bit of exercise just before starting the video, so I'd have something to show you guys. You don't think I'm totally sedentary. You've got a day, the week, the steps, all of that. The last workout, and there's dots if you've had any kind of a workout next to the date, and it automatically did this walking that I did, so it picked up on that on its own. You've got heart rate. Here's the heart rate results from midnight till present time. And something interesting, if I slide it back a day, this is yesterday. I was not wearing the watch. So it, look at that, shooting up to 160, something like that. It unfortunately does not just turn itself off. It is attempting to get a heart rate from whatever surface it's laying on. But when you do put it on, it does appear to settle down and give you a good reading. Oh yeah, you can, wherever you touch will show you what the reading is at that time. So this is today, and this is reasonable. So kind of, you know, it probably is fairly accurate, but it also is totally inaccurate if you're not wearing it. So you can't go with the maximum and the averages if you take it off and leave it for a while somewhere. Just something to be warned about. Sleep time gives you these kind of charts. Oh, there we go. I thought you could. Yeah, it'll tell you the time when you're in it, all of the different zones. Total duration, deep, shallow, start and end time for your sleep, and that's about all you get on that one. And then blood oxygen shows you your dots. You say start, and almost instantly it gives you another reading of your blood oxygen, and it's developing those in a chart that just dot by dot, not according to time, but it does give you the time you took the measurement here. And that's that one. So that's everything on this page. The workout page is where you could create an outdoor run workout. You can change the settings and stuff like that. Then you get into the device stuff. This is where it gets kind of fun. You got all your standard stuff. Won't bother with that. But look at this. Under music control, you can specify which thing of the stuff that you've got installed, which one do you want it to launch and start playing? If it's a music source, it's got my Aura Ring in there. That wouldn't work, but Philo, Flipboard, TuneIn Radio, listen to the radio a lot. And so that's what I've got set up on this one for the music control. And we'll come back to a little bit more here. Just want to show you when I go into now the music, there is no Bluetooth tethering for the music to come out of the watch. But if I hit the play, it's coming out of the phone, and this is my remote player that I can switch songs, I can change the volume, and you see the volume changing there. I can go back and forward, I can pause it, I can do all that kind of stuff remotely from the watch for the particular app that I commonly use. Usually you have to start that all playing on your phone, set your phone down, and then you can control it from the watch. But that's a pretty unique thing that this has got, where you can specify the particular app. Spotify, Pandora, CNN, whatever it is you're into listening to, you can set that up in music control. I hope we see that implemented on other apps as well. First time I've ever seen that. basic drinking alert, drinking water, it's a water drinking alert, your time format, 12/24 hour, find the band, and when you do that, it vibrates, there's no sound coming out of it, and you do not disturb, twist your wrist to see the time, automatic heart rate detection is on, check for firmware updates, all of that stuff. Let's take a look at the watch faces. When I go in here, it shows you the selection of faces. There's about 7 of them here. 6. Okay. And we select them either on the watch or you can select them directly from the app. I can switch them over for you so you can see them. These are all stock faces. Now this one you can edit, and I've already edited it. That's actually a sunspot from one of the newest telescopes in the sky, and you can set up the date and whatever you want for your secondary thing as well. So you have one editable face and a variety of other faces that you can have. And then of course your profile, where you can set the units and put in your basic information and choose which kind of map it will use when it's doing those workouts, which is either Google or Gaudi. I never heard of that one. And of course, third-party access you can tie into Google Fit, so your activity information can transfer over there as well. And that is the YFit app. You got your temperature too for your current location. Okay, I think we just about covered it all, except, again, where you can get it. It's called the TICWRIS RS, and it's available from Banggood. Check the show notes down below. We'll have a discount coupon for you if it's out of flash sale. Whenever it's in flash sale, that's probably the best price. So you just go ahead and use our link if you don't mind. That gives them a tracking thing that you saw the video and referred it over there. But you could go pick it up for about $36 right now. Alrighty, gang. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.